Hi, this is Dave, Feathering Guide. Welcome to another navigation task. And this is another one where you've got to look at a photograph and look at a map. I'm asking you to work out where the photo was taken from exactly and see if you can identify the feature circled. In this case, this, which looks like a wall circled by a red line. So there's a photo without the circle on it, and there's the map. So let's look at the photo to start with. What can we see? Well, obviously on high ground, looking down onto what looks like a reservoir complex, because we've got this dam wall in there with the two towers on it. The ground drops away steeply to our left, some water there. Ahead of us it drops away gradually, and then it looks like more steeply at this point here. Ground seems like it might rise slightly to the right as we look, but then it disappears out of shot. In the immediate foreground we've got this broken down wall and evidence of a broken wall to the left and one to the right here. And the point that we're looking for, the red circle on it, is to the right of the dam. We look high ground above the tree line but below the high point. So we're looking down onto the reservoir complex and we're looking at the main reservoir beyond the dam. So we've got to be looking from here roughly northwards. Here's the dam. These two black squares are the two towers on it. Now one thing we can do is, if we were to draw a straight line from us through the wall, through the right hand tower, we'd cross water and then hit this bit of land that juts out. So we can draw a line back from there. So there's the land that juts out. If we draw back from there through the right hand tower, then we've got to be somewhere on this line. Now we're looking downhill from where the photo was taken, so I can't be at the arrowhead there because I'd be going uphill as I went that way. So from maybe this point here, there it's going downhill. So somewhere along the line to maybe about there, and that's roughly the case. So if I was on that line, ground dropping to the left, dropping ahead of me, maybe a slight rise off to the right, just going out of photo, Abbey Bank, and then there's your dam. To the right of the dam as we looked, see these trees lower down, and then we've got this higher ground up to here. So let's try to identify the feature circled there to start with. So it looks like it's a wall line and it's going across the contours, isn't it, into this point here where it disappears. So walls are shown as grey or black lines on the map, and we've got a couple of walls here that go roughly across the contours, so it's got to be that one or that one. That one's a weird shape higher up, so it's one of these two, and which one is it? Now if we look at the shape of the contours here, they go uphill very steeply. So if I was to go up to that wall, I'd be going steeply up to that point there, and then from there to the next wall it's much less steep because see how the contours open right out. So that point there where it changes from steep to shallow is called the break of slope, where the slope breaks from being steep to shallow, and that wall runs through that break of slope. That one doesn't because it's shallow before it but also shallow after it. So the wall that we want, if we look at it coming across, look at the slope going up to it, then fairly steep up to the wall, and then from the wall onwards, see how the angle shallows off. So this wall does come in to that break of slope. So that is telling us that it is this here. Where exactly? Well, we can see how close it is to the wall going out of sight. So we're looking at something like that there. And the wall to the right, as we look, then disappears into this stream, head of that stream that we can't actually see on the map. So there it's going out and disappearing out of view. So that's where the wall is. That was the feature we're looking at. What about us and where the photo was taken? Now let's have a look in a bit of detail. Immediately ahead of us we've got this broken wall, and we can see there's a little kink in a change of direction of it. A broken wall there heading off back up the hill slightly, and a broken wall left heading downhill. So that is the map. Now one thing to note on this, which is a Harvey's map, it's different from ordnance survey in that walls are shown differently depending on their state of repair. So black lines are boundaries that are in good repair, whereas grey lines like this one here is what you might call a ruined boundary. So that would be a good wall or fence, and that would be a ruined wall. So we're looking at ruined walls, so we can't be looking at these black lines here because those aren't ruins. So it's got to be here or here. Now we already said it's on a line through here somewhere. So what is it? Well, if I just zoom in slightly and have a look in more close detail, you see at this point here, you can see there's a little tiny kink in the ruined wall there, and then it swings off leftwards and downhill, and there's another wall going rightwards across the contours there. So that is what we're looking at, and the photo was actually taken right from this point here. I stood just on this good wall looking at this little kink in the broken wall and across to the dam wall with the tower on it. So it's actually, to be absolutely precise, it was over there like that. So that was where the photo was taken from. So what can we learn from this? Well, the first thing is walls and fence lines are shown as broken or in good repair on the Harvey's map. And break of slope, this change in slope angle here, would help us identify that wall rather than that wall. So those are your answers. I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learnt something from it. Look out for more of these navigation challenges. Thanks for watching.